Hey guys, guess who it is? You're never gonna guess. Okay, you guessed. That was too simple, wasn't it? It's Clint, your favorite not-so-quiet quilter today. Today I'm not Shell's husband, who makes you guys laugh. I've got two journals. One is the pink one. Shell, by the way, sorry, Shell is gone. She had to go up to her friend Charlotte's, and they are going to work on the journal. The wedding's next month. I'm not too sure what day. We're not able to go, of course, but with COVID it wouldn't have really mattered too much. So I wanted to finish up the black and I finished the black and white journal. I want to finish the pink lace journal that I had shown you guys, and I decided, you know, I sew normally with white thread. Usually all my projects, it's very rare I sew with color. But with the pink lace journal, I kind of, with it being so pink, I know the white would stand out like a turd in a punch bowl, so I thought, well, it'd be better. You know, I did that. I haven't even got my bottle. That's one reason why I have my sewing machine out. I had someone ask me a while back about winding my bobbin on this. It's very simple. There's nothing to it. This one has, these bobbins are different that are on these old Singers. They have a hole right there. They actually have one on each side, so if you have one of these, I can show you real quick. This is my 100 and soon to be 104-year-old Singer Model 66 red eye sewing machine. That's a hand crank. I use it for all my sewing. So on the bobbin winder, there's a peg, and it fits in that hole. So then you put that down there, and you keep your, I try to always do it this way first instead of trying to fight it, having it that way. So let me do my bobbin, because we got little ones running around, and I know they're going to steal it. Since I do sew just with a limited amount of color, I don't want to do a bobbin that has a whole bunch of thread on it. I just need it to go around once or twice on the cover, and then that's it. So I'm not too sure about this thread. It's a cheap thread. I'm sure it's a polyester, I would imagine. I don't, you know, my white is cotton. That's all I ever sew with. But I don't believe I have any. Well, I'm not too sure where, if I have pink and cotton, I don't know where it is. So, I just wanted to thread, or wind the bobbin up real quick. Here's little Miss Gracie Land. She has been playing for hours, and she went and napped for a little bit out on the porch. And now she looks like she's going to be a pest. So let me, I probably won't thread this right now. The pink cover was kind of a challenge in a way, and I'll show you why. Okay, let me move this, and move my sewing machine out of the way, tighten it up, so I know. Okay, guys, it has been a little bit of a challenge because of the fact that it's the lace. And I should show you what I'm working with now. Oh God, she's gonna be a pain in the butt. I do have my iron here. Let me find my, there it is. I have my wool mat. I also have I got my big wool mat today. The other one has an ink spot on it. So, sorry guys, please bear with me. I'm feeling absolutely horrible today, and so is Shell, so please, oh, this will be the next day, so she's She's hurting really bad. It was a pretty hard day yesterday. We drove the Matrix, which I haven't driven for work in a couple of years. And it handled really good. I was worried about it getting hot. That was the issue I had with it. And that was one reason why I hadn't been driving it for a while, because of it. It was getting a little hot. Okay, so actually I need to iron this. So let me show you this real quick, and then we'll start on the pink journal. I gotta iron the fabric that I'm gonna use for the pink. So let me turn my iron on. Need to cut a piece. Here is the finished black and white cover. I messed up and I didn't make my inside and outside long enough, so I had to put a binding on it. Shell had this idea of using an eyelet lace. I think it was probably about a 1-inch lace all the way around it. And here's the bow tie blocks. So this one has this color. So this is the front. It's going to look like that. So that one's done, thank God. I'm glad. It has, I worked on it, I believe it was the day before yesterday. I worked quite a bit on it. I was wanting to get it done. I stayed up a little later so I could actually get it done, because I just was ready to get it done. You know, I had everything. Where did I put my dumb scissors? There they are. So this is the pink fabric I had chosen for the inside of our pink journal. The cover is 9.5, and oh, she's going to be a pain. Yeah, she's going to be a blast today, isn't she, guys? Oh, she's going to be a pain in my triggers. 3-inch. So I know you can't see me, guys. I'm just trying to get my fabric cut. This is gonna be, I am gonna rip it all the way. I'll measure it, but oh wait, no, that was the black and white journal is 15 inches. I was thinking it was the pink journal, but I think the pink journal is 14 inches. That's what size I'm usually supposed to get, and or do, I guess. That's usually what she, yeah, it says. The reason why I chose this, I don't even know where the other fabric is. I had it, but anyhow, somehow this is not a stain, and I don't know. Somehow when I was sewing it, I got some kind of a lint in it, and I'm unable to get it out of my journal. And the fabric I had chose was a pretty fabric, but it was see-through. For the most part, it was translucent, and that made for a pain in the butt trying to figure out how I was going to do that, and that changed my mind. So with this journal, guys, this was actually a really big lace, and it was a 2-part lace, which I call it. That's what I call it. It's equal on both sides. Problem was, the center was like this big, and it was a wide piece of lace, and I couldn't have that doing this. So what I did is I actually seamed it, and I did all this, put this kind of a deep color lace, which I really liked it, and I had decided that was what I was going to do. But with having sorry guys, my voice probably will go away a little bit here and there. With having the lace being seamed, I had that issue with it. So, what I'm going to do is, this lace and stuff, the white I will be keeping. Probably have to have mine. So what I'm going to have to do with this, because you can't really bind it on both sides. You can't bind it here because I have the lace coming over the edges. So, so what I got to thinking about today, which is a bad thing when I start to think about stuff. At least that's what Shell says. So, and this was not long enough. I didn't make it long enough to curl over the whole side. This side right here is not enough, wouldn't be enough to sew it. And I can't bind around the whole thing because of that. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get it to the edge on both sides here. Where I had sewn, because I don't really care to, I can't, the reason why I cannot flip this over, because it would be too bulky if I did that. So when I put my binding on it, it would be really thick and bulky, and it wouldn't look good, plain and simple. And that's what I'm all about. I want these to look very nice for everyone. She is going to do this, turn this one into a journal, I believe. Don't quote me on it 100% since she's not here. I think she said she was going to turn this into a journal, but we'll have to see. Let me get my thread out of there. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do, sorry, I'm going to go ahead and turn these over like so. I don't really have, oh, I need my sticky crap. I cut a whole bunch already for another journal, to finish that black and white journal, but then I realized I had already cut some, so I didn't get to use it. So, and if I should be the right length, it needs to be the right width. So I really don't want to use my good scissors. Pardon my hair. I wasn't planning on working. I'm not working today, so it's just kind of. Probably shouldn't measure it, but in all reality, it's not super important that it's like perfectly the same width. Yeah, sorry, I got someone calling me. The phone had been ringing off the hook today. I'm not complaining. It's been busy. We had quite a few locates yesterday, and we had to drive. We were going to take a video, but I think we were both so tired yesterday of where we were. It's called Vallecito Lake. It's really a pretty area. So let me do this one time. Par went in with Chloe, and now Par's yelling and he wants out, but Daddy's not letting him out right now. So I use this, I don't know what you call it, sateen or whatever. I'm not the biggest fan of it, truthfully. I really am not. I don't like the way it's always phrased and stuff. To me, I just don't like that. So okay, let me put this on there. We're good to go. That. Sometimes I put it on my fabric. Sometimes I put it on the interfacing. So let me iron this. I want to be very careful not to melt my sateen or whatever that stuff is called. So I'm trying to make sure and keep my iron off of that, and then just My iron's on about 400, which it's funny. I never even noticed the dial. It has linen, wool, cotton, rayon, and for some reason it never even seen it. Shell said, well, I have it on cotton or something like that, and I'm thinking, well, mine doesn't say anything about that, but it did. I was thinking, oh yeah, boy, I thought it was a symbol or something on there, like a diagram. But this is my vintage iron. It's pretty old. I'm not 100% sure how old, but it's an antique for sure. Probably back from the 40s, I bet, maybe 50s. Probably, I would say 40s, but for all our old YouTube family members, they know I'm a vintage person. I would actually rather use vintage stuff or antique stuff. My winter coats are all older. They're vintage or antiques. I have one that was made by Pioneer Sportswear. It's a rare coat. You don't see them here. It's from Canada, and it's a 100% virgin wool unlined, and it is so bloody itchy. It was in mint condition. I got it for a very good price off eBay, but I had to wear a turtleneck or something with it, that it has keep my neck from itching. But it's a beautiful coat. I don't wear it as often just because it is itchy, but I have a really beautiful herringbone coat that's really unusual. It's the only one I've seen like it, and I wear that quite a bit in the winter. That's usually what I wear, not for work, but it's my, in and out coat when I'm getting out of the car. I usually have a wool. All my coats are wool, I think, except for maybe one. So, ouch. My shoulder is still hurting. Oh, it's bad. I'm trying to get it to ease up, but it just does not want to ease up for some stupid reason. I'm going to try to do this. I'm trying not to cut. I don't accidentally cut. I really don't need all the, man, I hate this stuff. Excess. Usually I only have about a ½ inch that I keep on each side to turn over, because you won't see this once but it has to be big enough to, these are the paper scissors, there's the good ones. It has to be big enough you want it big enough to go over, so not too worried about. I won't be really cutting anything because that stuff's the stuff I'm getting rid of anyway. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I don't believe we're working. Well, we shouldn't be working today. Bet you see this, which I guess would be Thursday. So far we didn't have anything, and usually if we don't have anything now, it is good for a while, until, our tickets ain't due until, tickets that come in today, locates that come in today are due Friday, so for sure we won't have to do any work until Friday unless someone calls me. That someone called me from Telluride, which is quite a ways away. I don't want to do it, but probably it will end up doing it just because kind of the only game in town when it comes to getting stuff done here. So not a big fan. We don't work up in that country, so I try not to get any, take any work up there, so I don't have to worry about it. It's just such a long drive. Telluride's where I actually started phone locating was when I was in Telluride. So, okay. Oh, let me cut. No, sure, cut enough. Like I said, you will not see the ends of this. I don't want any accidentally have any phrase or anything. Just the corners. So let me cut this one too, guys. I think I'll move you down. Hold on, I got my. I think that's okay, guys. Do that. So let me cut this. I'll cut it right here. Oops. So my car's supposed to be ready today. She called. I hadn't talked to her, and they said it was fixed. My 4Runner. We think what it was is, I guess they're notorious for getting air bubbles in fluids for the oh heck, fire, for the clutch. It's a hydraulic clutch, so there's hydraulic fluid, and I guess they're really notorious for having bubbles, and so that he thinks that's probably what it was. Is it was a bubble, and it just took a while for it to come out, is what they're thinking. So let me put that there. I'll do it this way, it's easier to. There we go. I want it really tight. I don't want it to be loose fitting. I do want it to be pulled pretty tight. You do have to be kind of cautious with your, not getting your hand in the way, but okay. Oh man, dang it. This is that butcher paper, no butcher paper, what do they call it? Baker's paper, you know, and it's supposed to be slick, but every now and then it the sticky crap sticks to it, and then I get it on my iron, and then I have to clean my dumb iron again. So it kind of is a tad bit irritating, but it is, you know. I'm going to raise you up, guys, just a little bit. I think it's this one. She'll probably be gone for a couple of hours. I did some carving. I got some ink blenders carved. I think it was yesterday, or it might have been this morning. It might have been yesterday. Truthfully, I can't remember. What I did is, we weren't leaving the house yet, so I went ahead and carved a couple. So I'm going to sand some of those today, get those ready, get them all dipped, and get it ready for you guys who bought them. Got some really pretty ones. So sit out there, but my arm, well, I'm hurting my whole body's sore. I don't know why we're so bad today. So I'm not gonna be able to do too many of them, but just enough to, you know, I can't push my shoulder, especially when I still have to work. So I just put a little dab of glue here, just for that one corner. Yeah, my voice is going to go in and out. I apologize. Got home as soon as I got back from over there. My sinuses really started acting up. I started coughing again really bad. So something. I would start losing my voice every now and then. Trying to be really careful. I don't want to accidentally cut any of this, of the white. I don't want any holes in it. So, sure to cut any of the, there we go. Okay. It's fun doing the black and white journal. And I was looking forward to getting this one done too. I was really excited about this one. It's the first one I've ever done like this, so it's kind of neat to have something new under my belt, you know. I wasn't sure how it was going to look using having it spliced like that. I wasn't sold on that idea. But then once I worked on it and was thinking, well, I could use this and that and this lace. And Charlotte didn't like the dark lace. I liked it the second I put it on there for the center section. I think it turned out, looked really nice. I think it really went with the fabrics well. So, okay, now just, whew, sorry guys, I apologize. Meant to take another pain pill, so I'll have to do that in a little bit. We had a fun day. I get really lonely when Shell's not with me, and it's really hard on us, hard on me, and it's hard on her too. She worries about me, you know, going by myself, and I take pretty good care of myself. It's just, you never know. With being so sick, I've fallen and at times, so I know she worries about me, and she feels guilty when she can't go with me. So it was just a glorious day yesterday. We were up in the high country, and that was so nice. I just enjoyed it so much. And yeah, it was an absolutely wonderful day spending the day together. So, and I could have went with her to Shars, but I also, she's really hurting too, and I know she's definitely not going to want to do another video. So I told her, well, why don't you just let me do it? I'll finish this journal up, and then I will go and start the new one, which I haven't shown you guys yet. Okay. Okay. So that's one thing. I'm going to trim these off. I want to be very careful not to catch any of my fabric edges. I don't want any holes in it, because it really I don't want any really exposed areas like that. Well, and the stuff does fray so bad, I just can't worry about it. Yeah, we had such a wonderful day. It was nice, actually. We got home about 2. We left here about, I think it was right about 7. 6, 7. I wanted to get up there early. Such a, been really warm here. You know, it's not as hot as a lot of places have been. We've been, even Denver has been hotter than we have, which is nice. So I wanted to get going, not knowing how the Toyota was going to deal with driving it so much. up and down the really steep hills, so I wanted to make sure and get over there and get back as quick as I can, so I didn't have to have it all in the heat. But it did really good. It has over 600,000 miles on it. It's an 05 Matrix. Her mom asked us to, if we wanted to take over the payments for it, and it was a blessing we did. It's been such a wonderful car. And so that's so far what the cover's going to look like, guys. So this is going to look nice. It really is going to look so nice when it's done. I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be beautiful. So, sorry guys. Where's my tea? Let me take a drink of tea. I don't know what's going on. Ever since I was super sick that one day, in March or April, I can't remember what day it was. I was so sick. Ever since then, my lungs haven't been the same. Been getting sick a lot more. You know, July I was sick for pretty much 3 weeks, and that really kind of took it out of me. Okay, that's not. Sorry, guys. So this is my inside material. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this sateen stuff, whatever you call it. Hold on, I gotta make sure my sprayer is right. With all the cats, if they get to bullying and stuff, or, you know, you spray them with a water bottle, and pretty soon they know what a water bottle is, and they will behave. Oh, dang it. I'm going to pause the video. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Yeah, this just pisses me off. I tried really hard not to get this crap on this iron. It's not everywhere, but I have found if I was to do, yeah, give me a paper towel or something. If I was to take a razor blade, can't really do that with the new irons, but on this one you can. When it's hot, actually you can do it when it's cold too, it comes right off. Which I've used my Dremel tool to buff it, and it needs to be buffed more, so and use sandpaper on it. So that should keep it from getting worse. When it's sticky, when you're trying to iron, it just doesn't work as good when you have that little bit of that crap on there. So she said she had some shiny material, but we just couldn't find it. And this was in my cabinet. I picked it out for some reason. Don't know why. Maybe it was because of this journal. I don't know. But I got thinking this is going to be really pretty. So now I still have my sticky crap on it. It's just not on the edges because I stuck the inside on the edges, so that's fine. I don't need, so I knew the piece was big. I did that, just I didn't want to have to try to cut it and get my one thing out. This will be folded over on the inside, so it will be folded on itself like that. So I want to make sure I have enough to do that. I think that looks good. So I'm going to put it down. Like I said, it won't stick on the edges with the sateen or whatever you call that stuff. So I'm trying not to get any bubbles or whatever you call it. So I've missed doing these, the covers for you guys. And I've missed the videos, being able to do the videos for you. I enjoy doing them. I am going to probably not till maybe winter. I had talked to you guys about just doing some sewing videos, just sewing and BSing and telling stories. I'm planning on doing that. What I'm planning on doing is working on my Colorado quilt. I know a lot of you haven't seen that. I'm a native of Colorado, and I have a Colorado quilt block. Well, I have all the fabric for that quilt to be a full-size quilt, and I need to glue and sew all my squares. So I'll probably just, one day sit in my rocker and just sit and sit and glue, and then have a bowl session and do just sew and tell stories and just BSing. I love these clips. These are so nice. They have been such a blessing. I'm not going to use my glue. I'm going to use Shell's glue, and of course I didn't. Ouch, jeez Louise. I think it's still good though. So, but let me. Oh yeah, I'm just going to put a thin bead. Doesn't have to be very big, obviously. This is the part that takes the longest because you want to make sure you have your edges are right and not too, they need to be folded enough to not run over. I don't like it when they run over, and it drives me nuts. I don't like them to be, I like it to be right on the very edge of the cover, so I don't have to. And truthfully, a lot of this is going to be covered. Okay, that's pretty good. Grab one. I'll have to pull that one out a little bit just because it's on the corner. This is her art glitter glue. This stuff is some good crap. I tell you, I based all my stuff with my basting glue, but it doesn't seem to dry as fast as this one does. This one is such a nice glue to use for this. I did get a little bit on the edge on the side of it, so it's kind of sticking to it, of course. So that's probably about right there. I would say that looks pretty good. I am going to bind this side. The top and the bottoms will be binded, so it's good there. So, and then the other edges won't. So kind of the first one I've done like that. I've always the lace coming off the edge. I'm not used to doing that, but I'm glad I did on this one. I think it's really pretty. That's not what give me any extra there. So what I do is when I'm doing it, I just kind of try to curl it in my fingers like that, and then that way and I guess the second call I got, I'm not wanting to work tomorrow. I wanted to rest tomorrow, so I'll have to see what's going on, I guess. I need that. Nice to have a break from. If you don't know what we do, Sal and I are underground utility locators. We actually are fiber locators, mostly, but we actually do locate other utilities, power lines and stuff like that, but that's not our, I've actually been a phone locator, on my phone fiber locator my whole career, which is almost, started out as a gas locator back in the early 1990, I think, on the east slope of Colorado. Dad and I walked to Texas, following 2 high-pressure pipelines, doing a depth survey. And that's how I got into it. And then Dad took the job south of where we live at Cortez, in Montezuma County. He took that job, and I had a job offer in Boulder. He asked me if, he called me one day, Dad and I were very, very close, and we've actually almost always worked together. He said they needed a locator and Telluride and asked if I wanted to do it. So I said, yeah, that sounds like fun. So that's how I ended up on this side of the state. I was born on the other side. So I'm a Coloradoan through and through. It's definitely my home. I love it here. Shell's from Texas, which say Texas to Colorado and they cringe. It's nothing bad, you know, but I think there's always been that rivalry between Colorado and Texas, probably. So, but she's a Texan. She comes from Texas, down towards south of Dallas. So she moved up here, I think, a year after I did. And we've been together since '98. Well, we met in '97. So, and we are soulmates. You know, you hear that a lot, but if you watch your channel, you'll understand that that is true with us. 100%. I was talking to one of my friends, the day before yesterday. He works with the county, and talking to him about it. I was telling him that we were talking about hearing. He's losing his hearing super bad because working, you know, road department, his old life machinery. You really, you lose your hearing in a hurry. I'm losing mine because I always, the Toyota has air, but it sucks. And I would always run with the windows down, and I actually still do. I don't like air conditioning that much in a car. So if I can get away with not using it, I will. But anyway, the air conditioning never worked in the car, so I've never used it. So I've always driven with the window down, and it has caused me to lose my hearing in my left ear. So here is little brat girl. You know her as Gracie Lynn Ratcliffe. She is a pain in the tuchus. So yeah, we were just talking about how we're, you know, about a lot of stuff. He's about ready to retire, and he was talking about how he doesn't really want to retire, you know. He said he loves to work, and I do too. I enjoy working a lot. Locating's been my passion. People's lives depend on me, and it's something that I've known for my whole career, and I've always taken that really very, very seriously. And that's the hard thing for me. I've been talking about disability. My doctor really wants me on disability. She's kind of getting, and you know, I don't know. I love to work, but then also I know my body's telling me to slow down. But I got too many people that depend on me. There's no one else really to depend on here that does it, and so it's kind of it's a hard thing to think, you know, I'm going to have to come to grips with it or whatever, I guess. But I love locating. It has just been a fun, wonderful job. It really has been a good career. It's almost 30 years now. Like I said, I started walking to Texas, so this one I think might be a little over, but I'm not going to fret about it just because it's on that side where the things are. So I'm going to put those on there. See, that one's done, this one's done. I just need to pull this one back off just a little bit, get it done. Probably, dang it, there we go, it did curl on me, I didn't want that. It's going to create a huge sting if I leave it that way. There we go. Let me pull one here. for now so I don't rip that part out. Let me turn this over. Not too sure how much I've got to have right here. Okay, yeah, it's going to be a little. But yeah, I've had 2 calls just this morning about, I haven't even listened to the messages, so yeah, who knows. I don't want to work tomorrow, so I'm going to tell them no, I can't work tomorrow. But thinking about, if I work you're seeing this on Thursday, so if we're off Thursday, we can go yard selling Friday, is what I'm thinking about. So that might be a good incentive to actually go do it, go work and do the yard sales. So with this, I'm not gonna be really careful when I do these, when I seam this one. I don't want it to be, so let me try to get as much of that stuff down. I think it'll be okay. So this is what the edge is going to look like right here. So I covered up my bowl making material. That should be, it's probably the one I just did, but it should be okay. Okay guys, now that that's done, now I got rough edges on my lace, which I do not want. So now for that. So the problem I'm going to use with this, not problem, how I'm going to solve this is with this, the center ribbon. And I want to make sure it's a clean cut. I am going to go ahead and sew right here along my thing. I'll probably do a 1/4 inch right at this time, so the ends will be sewn down so they shouldn't fray. So I want to make sure they cover the whole thing. And then, so probably just do a dab of glue. Oh, my cat is just yelling. Bitty is not a happy camper. So let me try to get it. This one does stick out a little bit more than the other one, but if it sticks out too much, what I'll do is go ahead and I can cut it afterwards. So, okay guys, let me rub my defuzzer on it again real quick, get anything off of it. So everything looks good. Okay, so this is the one. So let me run. And I could actually probably sew it if I really, really wanted to, but I just don't. Let me think here. So, grab my snot rag real quick. Oops. Go. Okay. I don't know if this has a good side or a bad side, truthfully. It doesn't really look like it. So, if I was to just come off the one thing. So, what if I was to do it this way? little dots. Make sure I get them right. About right where on it. And then move it over. I know this art glitter glue does go, becomes clear as it dries, so, okay. Okie dokie, guys. I'm going to try to be really careful, not stretch it out. Figure out about right there should be about in the center. So, maybe up just a little bit. So, oh, yeah, I don't know if this is going to work for me if I do it that way. It's going to be, no. Okay. Oh, like I said, I've never had to do this before, but let's do it this way. So if I was to put it here, make sure I get it about in the center, and do it this way, and put these things on it. Can't really sew because of my seam guide. Actually, I probably could, actually. Oh, that cat is yelling. I think I'm going to have to go get him. But talking about Bitty Part, he went in with Chloe, and now he's yelling wanting out. So, you know. The little guy's doing really good, and Bubba Clyde, he's probably sleeping. Him and sister were just going bonkers this morning. They were playing like crazy. You know, I don't really have, but I wanted my sewing machine. I'm going to try something. So, I'm going to leave it. It's not very straight. I was worried about that. I don't know why. There we go. I want it to be equal. And you guys know how I am. It's going to drive me nuts if that dumb thing ain't equal. So maybe a little bit more right here. And right there. So, what do you think? Would that be okay? I think that's okay right there. And I might go ahead and just follow the edge of the thing. Doesn't really need to though, because, okay. So let's do another one for this side. I'm thinking I might just be able to do it. Tell you, I'm about sick of getting these laryngitis things. I know that much. We have mullein honey ready to go, and I think I'm actually going to use it today. I was talking to Shell. You have to strain all the mullein flowers out and everything out through a fine sieve. So I got to do that, but you got to heat it up in a pan. And so I'm thinking I might try to do that today. And take some of it. It always really helps. I have pills. I just meant to take them. Mullein pills we got at our health food store. So I have those. We also have, she bought some tea on Amazon, mullein tea, and I've taken that. You can also, when I was sick in July, she actually we had dry mullein leaves from when we went and picked mullein, and she made me some tea using, you know, like I think we had Celestial Seasoning Orange as the main tea, and then you just steep the leaves in it, and that's what she did. But now we actually have mullein tea, real mullein tea, but doesn't really taste like much. I mean, put a big enough tablespoon of honey in there, you're good to go. Okay, this one's not right either, but I'm gonna fix it. I'm pretty happy. Yeah, it's way over too far on the back or on the outside, so I think that's okay right there. It's not okay here for sure. That is. Let's see how I want to do that. Okay, there we go. I will do it about right here, maybe. maybe a little bit right there. So we're going to try something else. I do have my seam guide on it, but it's set as 1/8 of an inch. So I'm thinking, let me, this 7, I think is a scary thing. Oh, let me do this. Gotta find that one that little turd took. Knocked on the floor somewhere. Probably went in the trash. So let me do this here. Where's the lid at? I'm actually just going to try to sew it and not try to worry about putting glue on it or anything. I'm just thinking about doing yeah, that's 3 locates. Okay, so let me take, I still gotta do that. Only have time for this one, really and truthfully. I haven't been working very fast, so turn my machine real quick. Okay. Oh, I don't even have my bobbin thread yet. It's a nice thing. It doesn't take me too long to do it. So, okay, we're good to go. Okay, let me move my light. So, thinking if I'm able to do it right there. Get my, there we go. Okay, I got that done. So, let's see if I can do one. There we go. Okay, I'm on the, jeez. There. You know how cats are, they hear that ting-ting and it's like free-for-all for the bobbin, especially Butterball. She loves bobbins. She'll give her the plastic ones all the time that you use in the Brother. We have quite a few of those. I don't let her have mine because I don't have very many of these. So it's not going to be perfect. It's kind of hard to sew on it just because it's got all the different levels. Just hit the pearls. Yeah, pull it to the oh, it's not too bad. I'm not too worried about doing any gluing of the ends on the thread. Reason being is because it's got that sticky crap on it, and once you do your once you heat it up, it will melt into the ribbon. Well, that's not bad. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's kind of hard to do that. There's a little bit more on the inside than there is on the back. Didn't go over quite far enough, but I think it will be okay. Yeah, so do this side. Grab my, I got all my stupid clips here. Oh, there it is. this sewn and probably call it good for this video. Just since I don't think we're at an hour, but I'm supposed to watch, of course, you know how Sheila's. But you know how I am. I'm very absent-minded. It's funny, you know, when I'm working, often I forget to take my pain pills, not because I don't hurt or I'm busy and I don't notice it. It's just, I always think, oh, I'll take it when I get to the car. Well, when I get to the car, my mind's on something else already, on the next job or whatever. So I've got a bad habit of not. I do get pretty absent-minded. Oh, cat yelling. Oh, he wanted in there. Now he's going to yell. Let me go pause it real quick while no one's out here. I can run in and do it real quick, and then I'll go around the edge one more time. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I let turd butt out. I tell you, parts a pain in my tuchus at times. Checked all my voicemails. Now I do have to work Friday, so Shell's going to be happy about that. I'll probably tell her, well, if you want to stay home, you can. Hopefully she'll say, no, might as well just go. Hoping she'll go, and I'll say, well, we can always do yard sales, so. But we'll see. It depends on how she feels. The gal asked me if I wanted to come over Wednesday, which is the day I'm filming this, or Thursday. I said that I cannot come over until Friday for sure. So I'm getting better at saying no. That's been the hardest thing for me, is to say no. That definitely is the worst, hardest thing, because like I said, everyone depends on me, and this one's she's actually a new client. One of our landscaping people, she's a landscaper also, gave her our number. And so she started using us too, which has been a blessing. We make 2 or 3 times more on a private than we do on a regular fiber locate. So they're nice to have. I'm ready for winter, so I want to make sure we have a very good, you know, I hope it's going to be like an unreal, super bad, tons of snow winter. And I get to sit home and watch it snow and sow and do all this other good stuff. That's my, kind of not sewing very straight, but you know, it is what it is. Kind of a bummer I didn't get it all the way to the edge, but I'm okay. It's, you know it's a junk journal. I can hear my wife shooting her mouth off right now. It's a junk journal. It doesn't have to be. Well, yes, I understand, dear. I'm not going to worry. I already went over that side once. Not too worried about it. Looks like I might have missed. Probably just need to iron it. But, so yeah, I want trying to regulate how busy I am with how bad I feel. But I do know like I said, my 4Runner's done, so I will be driving it Friday. I was worried yesterday. The rent car, I know I've told you guys, it kills me. I'm in so much pain with it, it's just unreal. I don't know why, but there's something, and the seat just pushes right on where I'm being paralyzed, and it just makes it hurt so bad. And I didn't have that with the Matrix. Yeah, I felt pretty good. I mean, I hurt really bad today, but I was hurting quite a bit yesterday. You know, it just hasn't, the pain really hasn't eased up much like it usually does. So, but yeah, I didn't hurt nearly as bad as I did in the red car. So that was nice. I was so excited about that. I was, the seats, I mean, like I said, this car is an '05 and it has over 600,000 miles on it, but I am on my fourth engine. My shocks are leaking. Never had the shocks changed, struts. So, I mean, I beat it up pretty bad. I've been on, most of our driving was on dirt roads, really. So, this is, so, the pink cover is done. I hope you guys like it. And we do appreciate you guys visiting. To all our newbies, thank you for joining our YouTube family. We want you to feel like you guys are visiting here. And to us, that's what it is. You know, you guys are our YouTube family. And we just love you guys, and we do appreciate you watching. Please give the video a thumbs up. And please hit that subscribe button. There's a bell there to be notified. I never use the bell because I don't like notifications, but that's just who I am. I guess I'll let you guys go. Thank you again for visiting, and I probably will do another video starting on the next journal. So I will let you guys go, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you again for visiting, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye, guys. Tutzines. Bye.